Damsels, everybody! We're gonna have Michael take it away with our spotlight.
Who, me? Oh, hey. Hey, everybody. So we have the Palace of 1,001 Rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Also at Deathray Goodray. Deathray Goodray. Such a cool name. So they've been making a lot of,
It's Deathray Good Way.
Oh, thank you for catching that. At Deathray Goodway. But yeah, they have a Kickstarter because they have the first 2 chapters of their book or module for the 1,001 Rooms, and now they're doing a Kickstarter for the 3 following chapters, 3, 4, and 5, and basically this is like it's a whole like module of just like this whole castle with like all these different like rooms and like kind of dungeon style dungeon crawling kind of gameplay. And what I like most about it is that they have all these illustrations and descriptions for each room of like this dungeon. So they have all these beautiful illustrations, they have like the stats for some of the monsters that they've added, and it's great. They have this table that you can roll on so you can get random rooms, and like it works. You can either use the campaign or story that they've created, or you could just pick and choose rooms and put them into your games however you see fit. So definitely check these guys out. Their Kickstarter is still going on.
Nice. Yeah, super awesome.
Yeah. Definitely fantastic stuff that they're doing. Exactly.
I would that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nicely rendered.
Yeah, I like the art for it, and I just like how they set up all of their dungeons. It's just like nicely like organized with like each little text box for each like specific description. It's good for me who don't read well.
Okay, so recap. After rescuing Narte from a group of ambitious leprechauns, the group settles down for the night. Ciara had a surprise visit from her past. Fiona Braden and Dervla, I don't remember her last name. We gave her one. We'll never know. Dervla, the greatest person you'll ever know.
Just Dervla.
Dervla. So these two came under the impression that Ciara was in need of rescuing. But after a tearful and difficult conversation, Ciara told her friends of many decades that she had chosen a different path. One that meant leaving them. Therefore, in honor of the friendship that the 3 of you shared, she spared Ciara and took Fiona with her, leaving Ciara alone in the night. And then Ciara and Ellie exchanged some words, and
She seemed fine to me.
Thanks for that, Lars. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for that.
Ellie, during your watch, the sky is a painting of twinkling stars,
Oh.
luminescent moons, and the ever-looming but beautiful Arcturus, which is the sister planet.
Okay.
You remember what Breotreacht said to you. Try to summon your little fae friend.
Hey, guys, are you awake? I'm holding my staff and I'm just like calling to my little spirit friends. Sibo? Sivert?
So you see they come out of the staff. You can see them. Little orb shapes they are floating in the air.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys know about Breotreacht?
I'll just do a collection roll on them. Okay.
Next question. What does he know about Breotreacht?
They express like confusion, like, didn't you meet her? Like, why are you asking us that?
Well, Breotreacht wanted me to summon you. I mean, I know we just met. We met her, but she's still just a mystery to me.
They kind of flutter. They're like, well, you see them like go and I guess Boink lives in your staff technically, and so like Boink comes out and he says, well, maybe he was talking about me.
Oh yeah, that's right. She has Ciara.
Technically, she sent Ciara away. So like
To scream at her dad.
yeah, Ciara. She originally. So what happened is she did snatch up Ciara in the Underdark, and then she told you that Ciara wanted to like exact vengeance on her dad, and Breotreacht was like, "Oh, you
Like,
wonderful
that, she was like,
child,
"Lord."
yes, have my blessing," and then sent her on her way. I was like, "Oh, chaos." And
Go. Spread the good news.
so Breotreacht was trying to tell you to summon Boink. So summon Boink, that's all.
Yeah, I summoned Boink.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a lot of fake friends. I like go through my contact list and
Sorry, in my mind.
You have Twitter, even out.
Which one would you mean? Okay, so you do the summoning ritual with the help of your spirit friends, and then from the brazier that you borrowed from Ciara, I'm sure she just is still up after that, and so you go over to your brazier, and the two of you summon Boink back, and out of the orange embers, Boink comes up and flutters his little wings and says, "Hey, did you need me for something?"
well, Breotreacht wanted me to summon you. I mean, do you still have a connection to Ciara?
He like buzzes and thinks to himself, well, I don't have a connection to Ciara, but I do have a connection to I do still have a connection to the person that made me.
Okay. And then out of the shadows, this being shimmers into existence. You see this orange sparkly dust show up. And it takes the form of, describe the most beautiful, attractive person for Ellie to see.
Okay.
I was gonna say it was Michael, and just put the camera back on this.
I guess, yeah, it'll be an elven figure, with, this is so weird. Okay, yeah.
Ciara,
No, so yeah, it's an elven figure.
this also applies to Ciara, but you'll describe what she would perceive as the most beautiful, attractive person.
He looks,
Yeah.
he has kind of like a semblance of what Ellie looks like, kind of has like leaf foliage, like kind of like coming off of his like hair, but it's like kind of like autumn, like blonde and kind of autumn
Okay.
like, and
So it's
he's
blondes.
wink. Yeah, it's like kind of like an orange, like yellowish kind of like
Okay.
autumn like hair, and of course he is shirtless.
Okay.
He kind of very strong jawline, very kind of like similar features to Canaris, actually,
Oh, okay.
which puts her off a little bit because it's like Canaris but even hotter. And
Yours doesn't meet my standards anymore.
and I don't know if this is just me, but yeah, he's pretty much just wearing kind of leaves and foliage and stuff that just kind of hugs his body. And
Yeah, so he has, is it like a robe, or are they tight pants, or?
Is it like George of the
tights.
Jungle? How fit we look in here? Come on. The jungle had a look going. I mean,
Is that a TV crush you have?
just playing the George of the Jungle thing, just really.
You're talking about Brendan Fraser?
Like a jazz looking.
No, he pretty much kind of has almost an elegant kind of robe kind of weaved of branches and leaves and
Okay,
stuff.
so he has this robe with an open front.
Yeah.
Or is it a half?
It's a half.
Okay, so it's it comes off one shoulder and exposes the bosom.
I
and
still
then-
see a lot of the goods.
Yeah, and you're just whoa. And Ciara, you see the most beautiful, attractive person that Ciara would see.
Okay, so very quickly.
It's straight up
If
Durban.
Ciara is having it's close. So the thing is that Ciara is at a juncture in her life where there's a lot of mixed feelings. So what comes to her vision is probably terrifying for anyone else, but it's an accumulation of features that for her really jump out at her and in a way that are whoa, okay. So first of all, the structure does seem Dervla in nature at first, and then it seems to be larger than life. And the hair that is normally silver is tipped like fire. And where Dervla's eyes would be a sort of I believe her eyes were supposed to be like amber or blue.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was either way.
I think you made it
replaced
amber.
Yeah, they're an amber color. So her eyes are replaced with this bright blue that's almost like Breotreacht in nature, but they're more familiar and warm, like how not Cronus,
Cryos.
Yeah, Cryos. Sorry, my brain is oh no, not the Titans. But more like Cryos. And rather than having the severe and kind of not judgmental, but very
stern.
Chiseled.
stern and chiseled and rather severe features of her friend. They're softer in nature, warmer, and for her it's tantamount to godly. At some point, it just seems a little bit too unreal, and so she's a little bit, what is this? But it has this sternness, it has this strength and overall stature of her friend, but there are softer features, more bright, brilliant, and dazzling features. So anything she would have viewed her friend in the highest level has also been mixed with things that she wants to see in herself, and also things that she has seen in people who have made her doubts feel like they were placed well.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it's an amalgamation type creature thing, but it is very Dervla in shape.
Okay, so it's almost like an ideal Dervla, how you would want her to be, and almost.
It's sort of like that, except for it's more it reflects both the aspects that she found beautiful in Dervla as well as the things that she found very beautiful in the people that made her doubt in hers and Dervla's path.
Mm-hmm.
So it's less than what she would want Dervla to be. It is what would make Dervla not Dervla, though.
Yes. That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this majestic being,
Majestic.
yeah, has. Is it male or female or something in between for Ciara?
Oh, for Ciara, right now it edges more on female because it is taking Dervla's shape and form. Men are a little more of a mystery aside from the stab. Like, which part do you kill?
Yeah. Okay. So this being, resplendent and beautiful, steps towards you and says, "My name is Arturo."
I turn red, my face blushes, and if Ciara's still awake, she would see that the blush goes pretty much through my face, and then my hair, and then my body as I have turned into my autumn form, as I just have like red kind of like autumn leaves and red eyes and just like kind of like reddish kind of orange skin, and I'm just like, hi.
Well, I haven't had that reaction for a while. I know you are Ellie. Trina knew you. And then it shifts its attention to Ciara, and it says, the voice comes out both neither male nor female. It says, "I'm afraid I don't know you."
Blind trap. Just
We'll get back to that.
me.
Your name, my dear.
Very distracting.
In the back of Ciara's mind, oh, whatever you want my name to be, I'll let it be it.
Correct answer.
Yeah, she just her brain went like after effectively her teeth and her tongue tripping all over themselves, a sound pops out. It's like, Ciara.
Lovely.
It's like,
So beautiful, you hurt.
no. What is this?
Lovely to meet you, Ciara. And
Hoping to
it turns back to Ellie. Did you summon Boink?
I did.
You know, it's just
she Boink didn't have any place to go after after Trina's left.
It looks very sad, like there were almost like there was like this glimmer of like hope, but like the proud stature that this being has like kind of it slouches, and he
Don't be sad.
looks up. Sad. Well, then it's
pretty really sad, oh god.
somewhere.
It's pretty whether it's happy or sad, what's the matter?
We're just a flustered mess.
Obviously, we don't run into jihadis very often.
So it looks upward at the moons and says, "So it's true." And then he goes to Ellie and he takes your hand in his with galaxy eyes. He asks, "Please tell me what happened to Tarina."
Like a protagonist in a shoujo anime, I'm looking away. I'm just.
Ciara-Sirena with the brazier,
Look around.
I look towards Ciara as it looks like my eyeballs are screaming.
Just mouths opening up.
Help.
Okay, sorry. I/Ellie is still a little flustered. He asked what happened to her?
Yeah, he wants you to elaborate on what happened to Tarina.
Okay.
tell the beautiful person what you saw.
as he's holding my hands. Like, well, the war matron pursued us from Toro, and she sought my life, I mean our lives, and she was able to end Tarina's life right in front of us. There wasn't much we could do. We were running for our lives. There wasn't much that we could do to save her.
You see, I'm just he squeezes your hand a little bit and then stands up. Thank you for telling me that. Did you want to know about what Tarina? Did you want to know about Tarina?
Okay, did Tarina tell me about Sombra? I feel like she
Sabra?
Sombra. I feel like she did, in some sense, or indirectly.
Did you write it down? Or was it not written down?
She did write it
Yeah,
down.
she wrote it down.
She wrote it
down
down.
and showed us in her journal.
Yeah, it's written in the journal.
So, are you connected to Sobra?
Queen Sabra. Yes. But, well, I suppose there's no need for secrecy at this point.
Wait. As I pull my hands back and I'm just like, so, wait, it's your fault that she had to suffer. She struggled with keeping her powers a secret.
Well, I will take some blame for that. I'm more of a liaison between Sabra and her. Those she keeps pacts with, bargains. Did Serena ever tell you why she chose this path, this route?
No. I don't think she did. I mean, not only did she keep her power secret, but she kept a lot of secrets from us.
Well, Trina was someone that I considered because her situation could potentially be improved through the addition of a pact. I never saw someone so desperate, so, usually Sabra extends pacts to, frankly, spoiled children, people who are wicked. And I saw something different in Tarina, and I took a chance on her because I felt that somehow we might benefit her, because I could give her the power to leave her father. And that's a feeling I can relate to, being trapped. Sabra is in many ways my boss, but I don't serve her because I want to. She has someone important to me. And that is why I serve her.
Queen Sabra, did she just want to help Tarina?
Well, Sabra has her own agendas. I can tell you what all of them are. But, I do know she does have a bit of an awkward, somewhat, goal in mind, in that, every millennia the Fae, royals, there we go, will take on a new, mate to, mix up the gene pool. And, that date's coming around, and Sabra, having no mate to, be suitable, she was being pressed to take on either Terror or, what's his name? Give me a second.
Elia, that's why. Elia. And to be frank, she finds both of them rather boorish and...
Tara and Elia?
Terror and Elia.
Terror.
She finds both of those kings to be rather boorish and has nothing really... Anyway, her grand scheme is to find warlocks or pact keepers and then test them on their ability to problem solve and to read situations and people, and then potentially find someone, essentially a husband catcher for her. And given Tarina's keen insight and ability to read people and situations and general cleverness, I thought she would be a rather astute choice for such a thing. And then, in turn, she could gain favor of Sabra, have enough power to free her brothers from this tyrannical father of hers, and by extent, give me some leeway to perhaps save this person that Sabra has. And, well, none of that worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, Elliot's kind of taken back. And she's like, what? Why tell us all of this? Are you looking for our aid? Is Sabra's...
Well, I came here because Boink was created by me, and I sensed his summoning. So I came to see who summoned him, because I feared that Trina had died. So I came to confirm, and I found you at the other end.
Yeah, Boink was at risk of losing his own life. He didn't have anything to anchor him here, so I figured I might as well give it a try. If I was able to, I summoned the my spirit friends to just kind of float around me. If I have them with me, then maybe Boink will be able to find a home here too.
The being smiles. Yes, I can see why Trina likes you, Ellie. Not often you find people like you. Well, I suppose as an Ellendriel you're wondering where your people are. Unless you have been sent out by a court. I am rather curious.
Wait, do you... Yeah, you're Fae. You know of my people.
Kind of looks around yes. Indeed. I do. I would assume that would be obvious.
I mean, sorry, I don't know anything about what I am.
So you have no, like, you're not from a court. Is this true? You're not from?
No, I'm not. I was raised in a village with human parents. They said they just found me in the woods, just swaddled in leaves.
Huh. He looks absolutely dumbfounded for a moment. Well, sounds like they pulled the old changeling on you.
The what?
Oh, it's just, don't worry about it. Sometimes Fae will exchange their children for human children if they're pretty. Either way, so you are unfamiliar with your own court. Interesting. And you haven't had contact with the Spring Court?
No.
It's a little disappointing. No one's had contact with the Spring Court.
What are they like?
There you
Who
go,
are
we haven't
they?
contacted them.
I am honestly not sure. I've been in the Autumn Court. I'm not that old. I'm only maybe 120.
I mean, there's not like.
Oh, alright.
It's like,
Yes.
I can work with this. I can work with this.
What you're saying is that you're eligible.
Very.
No, she was sitting there dumbfounded, like, it's really interesting. I have no idea what I'm listening to,
So
but it's a mighty strong interest.
I'm.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.